I've come to the realization that after almost 4 years of doing YouTube, specifically in the year 2026, I am absolutely terrible, abysmal at making YouTube videos. And let me explain. Here on this channel, I have posted, this is episode 21, so we'll say the first 20 episodes that I've posted, I have a grand total of 8, almost half, quick math, that have fewer than 10 or fewer than 9, even single digits as far as YouTube videos, views. And I bring this up because yesterday I was talking about photography, go figure. It's like when people say, how do you know someone does CrossFit? And it's like, they'll tell you, one of those jokes or whatever. How do you know someone's big into CrossFit? They'll tell you. But like, I want to talk to everybody about photography, and especially if they have a camera or if their significant other has a camera or whatever, and just want to know, like, or tell people to get into it, right? And the funny thing is, I was talking to a buddy, and he did not know I did YouTube, and I'm not very forthcoming of it, and not because I'm embarrassed, but because I don't really talk about YouTube very often, unless it gets brought up as far as like what I'm doing, like photography. And I run another channel that's motovlogs and film essentially in a roundabout way my own journey over there too. But way different mindset as far as what success is on YouTube. So we got to talking and he mentioned, oh, you have a YouTube channel? And I said, yeah. He goes, what is it? I go, nice try. No, because I don't want my friends to know, once again, not because I'm embarrassed, but because I want people to find me organically. That's the thing. I don't do YouTube Shorts because I don't care to have that volume as far as that metrics, as far as the what's success on YouTube. It's subscribers, views, likes, comments, whatever, shares, all that other stuff, everything that you can measure, right? And I mentioned that I've been doing it on this channel since the channel's in November of 2025, and I mentioned that I've been doing YouTube videos pretty consistently since January this year. And he said, how many subscribers do you have? And I said 7, and he laughed, and I was like, man, and he goes, man, oh, my bad. I was like, no, man, I'm not worried about it. And it was funny because I run this channel completely different than my other channel. And this is more about what's successful here is personal growth. So when I talk about, if I look back at the beginning, even it's May the 22nd right now. I just got off work. How's my hair? Just got off work, heading home. But when I think about what success is on here, it's not a measurable growth that you could see by looking at analytics or, just a YouTube page or videos and stuff or episodes like I call them, but it's about personal growth. And what I mean by that is, on an overcast day, is my lighting getting better? Is my color getting better? Is my photography getting better? Is my storytelling getting better? So that's probably opinion based, right? Subjective. But I think that if I look back at my first episode, I can see that I have a better lighting in my studio or the man cave. And even though I typically have a lot of my videos uncut, if I'm going for that, just having a conversation, I'm trying to get better at even speaking and telling my story and telling my journey. So when the guy kind of laughed or whatever, I said 7. After I said 7, I was like, I thought about this video. I was like, this is exactly it, because I think there's so many people out there that have like unrealistic expectations on YouTube. And I feel like it just depends on, what you're trying to get out of YouTube. And me, I'm just trying to document my journey specifically, with the camera. And right now, that's all I care about. If it resonates with people, the 7 people, give a shout out. That's the worst decision you've ever made. But if it resonates with these people in general that follow, want to learn as I go, hear my mistakes, give me pointers, I would love that. But that's success to me. And I was thinking back to after having that conversation, and he's a good friend of mine. It wasn't like a dig whatsoever. It definitely wasn't a dig. Just, two friends going at it, joking around. And I was thinking, like, from my first episode to where I am now, and I've said it before on this channel a couple times, but my only goal I had for this channel, outside of documenting my journey, was to post 13 episodes. And I've said it before here, but post 13 episodes for the year, one per month plus one intro. And here I am on episode 21 in May, halfway through May, or a little, whatever, a little over halfway. And I was like, this is exactly what I want to do.
And I wasn't sure where I was going to go. Even today, I wasn't sure if I was going to film this, even though yesterday I said, it's got to be, it's time, it's got to be. And it wasn't until I hit record and halfway through this conversation that I'm having to a lens in the man cave with poor lighting. I'll get better. It wasn't until halfway through that I realized, this is going down. This is something I want to do. This is absolutely something I want to do and document it more so. So what is this? What are we doing here? I want to learn photography. I want to bring you along for the ride, and I want to explain my thought process in photography, what I'm seeing, how I'm learning, what I'm learning. And if you are on the cusp of learning or, looking at the idea of photography, maybe this is, this could be a channel for you, or just listening to me rant about photography. I don't know. I'll stop here because this is plenty long.
That right there is success, because I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do. I don't have expectations of, what do you call it? Viral. I know viral, but virality. There you go. Nailed it. I don't have expectations of that. I have expectations of keep going. Don't stop. Keep making videos. Keep having fun. And I've said it before in my journey through YouTube. My goal is not to make this work. And it never will be work. If it is work, and that's why I say never, I can vouch for never, the word never, because the second it becomes work is the second I stop. I just go away, because I already have a full-time job. I'm a firefighter. I work 24-hour shifts, 10 days a month, and that's my job. That's what I do. This is my break from everything. I have enough stress in my life. YouTube will never be a stress. I even got rid of some sort of schedule that I had for 3 years, or essentially 3 years. I had a schedule where I was posting on a specific day, being up at 3 o'clock in the morning, finishing an export just to upload it, just to schedule it 4 hours later. And while I had to go to bed and get up at 5. So 2 hours of sleep. And I'm like, what am I doing? Nope. And that was when it was trying to inch away. I was like, no, we're not going to play this game, which is, I would be 100% true to that. So here I am after a few calls after midnight. But here I am wanting to do this. So you tell me what success is. The channels that I have 2 different ones, and they are very, very different. They tell my story. I'm telling my story. But one channel here, as I already mentioned, everything that I'm trying to get out of this. And the other channel is for growth, is for storytelling, is for documenting my journey while riding a motorcycle. And in a way, inadvertently, before I did photography, videography, sort of cinematography, one down the road, writing. I mentioned it a little bit ago. I started writing. I guess technically published my first article. And it is different. And it's interesting because that was my favorite thing to do. And it's still It still may be my favorite thing to do. But this is nipping right on the heels. And you're talking about a difference of, I started that channel over again for a certain reason. It was YouTube Shorts. If I can give any proof of the matter of what I'm talking about, any proof. I had a channel, not that it's big, but I had a channel that was over 1,000, right? And I stopped that channel to go to a brand new channel because I didn't want short form or YouTube Shorts. I didn't want it. I didn't want that ever touched for that channel ever touched with shorts, and that's why I don't do it here. I would rather crawl, even on that channel, which I'm trying to grow. I would rather crawl for the rest of my YouTube life, my YouTube world, and crawl through it and gain everybody that has an attention span longer than 2 or 3 seconds. Such a huge turn off on Instagram, which I did actually. I have 3 whole posts on Instagram. I got back on there. Still don't know what I want to do, but a huge turn off were Reels, Instagram Reels, and how they measure your metrics based on if somebody your audience watched more than 2 seconds. And I was like, so I dipped for about 6 months or so, or more actually. But I was posting some photography over there. So my YouTube channel or my Instagram account, if you care to see some pictures, I don't even know what I'm going to do with it yet. So I'll plug it, but I won't really discuss more of it. Maybe another video. But any kind of like actual proof was me starting over. It was like 1,300 plus subscribers, and I just wiped it. I wanted to start over, start fresh, start anew, and now it is what it is. But much more than 7 subscribers, and that's a channel I'm trying to grow. But I do not have the same mindset. I don't. And when I say something about how that may or may not be my favorite thing still is riding a motorcycle and with the action cam and documenting my journey over there and talking about stuff, relative to that genre or niche or whatever you want to say. And then here we are, and stomach's growling. Let's see, how do I word this? I probably should cut from here. I should probably wrap it up, play the music. Here I am, where this may one day take over that channel, because honestly, if it wasn't for the community over there, the people that I talk to, honestly, the friends that I deem them my friends, the friends I have over there, if I didn't have that, I probably would stop posting over there and would have doubled up here, which is shocking for me to say. I've thought that, but I've never really said it out loud, and especially talked about it on camera while being recorded. But I think there's potential that I would rather double and triple down on this channel, this growth, as far as my personal growth with this. What a great prop. And it's more than a prop, because I'm actually going to go out here and take some pictures, which I'll have at the end of the video. But it's interesting. I would throw all that away, which I already have technically once. Throw that away to do this more often. Because I post over there, probably on average now every 5 days or so. Whereas I'm posting over here, I don't know. But it's just interesting. It's very interesting that that 2 channels can be the same person. 2 channels can be done very differently. So I don't know if there's anybody else that resonates to any of this. I have no idea. Maybe there's 7. Maybe that's it in the whole world. Maybe there's 7. But if you're in any kind of similar journey, and you watch it and you get to this point, drop it down below. I love, one of the things is when people leave comments on the other side, other channel, and I click on their video and they have videos, other people that do the same thing I do over there. It's really neat to see. And it's really neat to see people's like beginning of whether they just started making videos or they just started writing. It's the same thing here. If there was somebody else out there that's starting to document their journey through photography, videography. I watched somebody paint the other day. You know, it was cool. They were starting out making videos. They had been an artist, they'd been a painter for years and years and years, but they were actually like documenting the process of that particular painting. So I'm looking at the time. It's 15 minutes. I'll probably stop here. I need to. So I enjoy talking. I got to get better at talking to the camera still, but as far as I know, I still got a lifetime to learn this. So I'm going to go take some pictures out here. None of the people walking. That'd be creepy, but there's some birds over there. I'll take pictures of them. And I'll put it at the end of the video if there's anything that's worth anything. I might just post everything because I got to have a start. I got to document. I got to get out there. So that's what I'm going to do. Until the next time, until the seven subs and the 7 views I get out of this video, I do appreciate those who are here, and don't be a stranger. So maybe I'll see you in the comment section. That's all I got.
I left the mirror on the wall, stopped asking it to name my shape. Just took the long road past the fields and let the silence do its work. The coffee went cold in my hand, but I did not mind the waste. For once I heard my own small thoughts, and they were patient with my face. I was always running fast, past the thing I came to find. Now I know the steps don't need to outrun the slowest time.